Welcome back, HPI family. We have B day of week 1. Hope you're feeling good from what we did yesterday. Today's gonna be a little bit different. We have some different exercises, same routine. So we have 7 exercises. We're gonna go 2 rounds on each exercise for about 30 seconds. And then we will move on to the next one. So we're gonna start off with a little bit of a dynamic warm up. It's about 6.5 minutes. So if you'd like to skip this, if you're already warm, you've gone for a jog, done your favorite kind of warm routine, you can go ahead and skip to 6.5 minutes on this video and get straight to the strength training portion. So let's get after it. So first thing we're going to do is start off with some forward and backwards jogging. Remember, you can always do this in place. You do not have to have a lot of space available. If you have 10 or 15 feet, great. Let's use that. The more we can get better at locomotion, moving our body in all different planes of motion, different rhythms, usually better off everything else is. It's a great practice to get into. Okay, so going forward and backwards, gonna switch to a crossover jog next. Crossover jog, gonna go over and back a few times. Okay, and then next we're gonna switch to a cross behind. Okay, so a cross behind jog is our trailing leg. If we're moving to our right, our trailing leg is our left leg. If we're moving on our left, our trailing leg is our right leg. That leg's gonna cross behind our support leg. Force us to turn our hips a little bit farther. Okay, now we're switching to a karaoke. So karaoke over and back, really turn those hips, trying to disassociate torso, shoulders, and hips. Helps for healthy spine, healthy hips, healthy back. Here we go. All right, now we're switching to a fast feet version of karaoke, so it's called tapioca. Fast feet karaoke is a tapioca. Your body's not moving that fast, but the feet are. Okay, and now we're switching to a high knee version of a karaoke. We call it snapioca. Okay, so your trailing leg just vaults up high across midline, about waist high if possible. Switching to a forward and backwards shuffle next. So we have the right leg in front, shuffling forward, shuffling backwards, so your feet never cross whenever you do a shuffle. Okay, and then we'll switch our feet. So now the left foot is in front. Always keeping that left foot in front. Pushing backwards off the left as you're moving backwards. Pushing forwards off the right as you're moving forwards. And next we're going to go ahead and switch to a lateral shuffle. Do what we call I swings. So I swings is swing those arms up and down, making a capital I in that sagittal plane. Next we're switching to, after the I swings, we'll switch to a T swing. So a T swing is next. Going to swing those arms out wide, no higher than shoulder height. We're going to cross midline and try to touch each opposite shoulder. Very good. There you go. Nice and bounce at the balls of the feet. Okay, the next type of swing with the arms, we're still side shuffling without feet crossing, is what we call an O swing. Okay, so the arms cross down below the waist, moving in that frontal plane. The arms swing high over the head and cross overhead as well. And then next we're going to skip to what we call a skipping shuffle or a scuffle. So it's a combination. It's a skipping rhythm without feet crossing. This one takes a little bit of practice for a lot of folks, but once you get it, it feels good. So nice and bouncy. It's a step, hop, step, hop, step, hop as a skipping rhythm. Okay, I'm going to switch to some forward and backwards line jumps. Okay. Just nice in place, about the same amount of impact as you do a jumping jack, just forward and backwards, and then we'll switch side to side. About 3 to 5 reps each direction, so lateral line jumps. All right. Now we're going to switch to a knee tuck, just like yesterday. So knee tuck to a forward lunge. You're going to reach down on either side of the ankle as you lunge forward, and you're going to reach up high as you push up out of the lunge. So sagittal plane reaches. Next, we're going to switch to a lunge with a frontal plane reach. So you're going to side bend towards the direction of your lunging leg. Try to bend your torso, reach your arm over top. Really try to challenge the balance there. All right, now we're gonna go a leg cradle. So remember, you're gonna support the knee and the ankle. You're gonna lateral lunge out as far as you comfortably can. If you can touch the ground, great. If not, just feel free to keep your hand on your thigh. You see I'm doing that there. And give yourself a little bit extra support with that knee. So leg cradle, I'll go about 3 to 5 reps each side. Depends on how low and how fast you're going here. Just really loosen up that groin. Okay, next one is that quad pull. So a standing, balancing quad stretch. And you're going to hinge over, standing on one leg into what we call a Superman or Superwoman. Go 3 to 5 on each side here. You can alternate, or you can do all on one side at a time, however you wish. As long as you get about even reps on each side. This is a great one for balance. Great one to get those glutes and hamstrings fired up before we start training. Okay, next one we call a windmill. So we're gonna take a nice wide stance. How wide is up to you. Placing one hand on the ground, or at least reaching the hand down to the floor. And you're trying to open the chest up and follow your hands with your eyes as you reach up high. This is great for mobility of the upper back and shoulders. Really gets the core working. Okay, and then next one we're gonna go some what we call hip pop-ups. So this helps with the hip, hamstring, ankle, and even knee mobility. So getting those joints to their full range of motion is a super, super important thing for long-term health. All right, and last but not least, very challenging. Feel free to just do a bird dog here if you'd like to. Bear crawls, excellent, excellent core activation. Great for the innermost muscles of the abdominals as well as the pelvic floor. So you want to take a little baby, slightly longer than hand length steps. Make sure that opposite arm and leg leave and return at the exact same time. You have great control. Trying to keep your torso in a great tabletop position during the whole time that you're doing the bear crawl. So nice and slow and controlled. It's okay if you find this very challenging. You will get better at it. Great work, folks. All right, and that's our warm-up. We're going to get into the workout here in just a second. Okay, folks, first exercise. Today we have push-ups. So we're going to do these for 30 seconds. You can choose how challenging you want to make the push-ups. The more elevated your torso, the easier it will be. So if you want to go as easy as possible, you just use a wall. So you lean up against the wall. You lower yourself down slightly until just before your head makes contact with the wall. You can put yourself all the way down to the floor, which is one of the more challenging ways to do it. You can even elevate your feet to make it even more challenging, okay? No matter what you're doing, 30 seconds is pretty hard, okay? So we're gonna take a minute today in between push-ups, okay? So just the first exercise has 1 full minute because it's the most challenging one. Feel free to always use that time for some extra hydration, rest, recovery. I like to use my rest time as mobility, okay? So you can work on the key parts of the body that get tight. So, sitting a lot creates a lot of tension and closes off the chest. It also lengthens the muscles on the backside of your shoulders as well. So the more you can stretch and open up those shoulders, typically the better off everything is. You can also work on stretching out those hips. So, sitting all day long also makes the muscles right in the front part of the hips very tight. So it also makes the ankles really tight too. So these are some key ways you can use your rest periods to be more productive. All right, here we go. Round number 2, push-ups for 30 seconds. We are feeling it. 30 seconds of push-ups is no joke. You got to respect the body weight. Here we go. Keep working. Oh, yes. Okay. It is okay. Do the best you can. If you got to take breaks, that's all right. 30 seconds is a challenge. A little bit more time. We're almost there. About 5 more seconds. It's okay to go on the knees. And rest time. All right. Great job, folks. Okay, next coming up, we have about a 40-second rest period built in. We have an isometric lunge coming up. Okay, so we have left leg for 30 seconds, then right leg for 30 seconds. Okay, we'll take a brief pause as we switch our legs. And then we'll take about 30 seconds break in between each iso. Okay, so we got about 10 more seconds. And we're gonna get into it. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Here we go. So the lower you hold this, the more challenging it is. If you can get your knee an inch above the floor, great. As long as those muscles are under tension though, you're gonna get what you need to out of this. Just keep holding your gut, embrace the burn. So that burning sensation building up as those muscles working at an intense enough rate to where they're creating some byproduct, that means you're giving it your all. All right, now we'll switch our legs quickly. All right, and right into the next one. So now the right leg's in front, just holding an isometric position. You can always assist this. It is okay to have your hand on an object for balance, like a chair or a couch. As long as you can keep it safe. If it's painful, you can always stand up out of it. Again, it should be okay to be painful in the muscles. Sometimes our tendons, the pieces of our tissue that hook the muscle to the bone, can be a little bit irritated. As long as the pain is about a 3 out of 10, not a big deal. Let's just push through it, okay? If you're getting some severe stabbing pain in any other part of the joint, then let's maybe shorten the time or just avoid this exercise altogether. All right, about 5 seconds. Here we go. Going back to that left leg in front. This is the second round. Gotta embrace the burn with this. Great work, folks. Keep holding it, keep holding it. I love it. You're doing awesome. Halfway there. This is excellent for building strength in that specific range of motion. This will help in the future as we move more into lunges and split squats. It'll prep the body and the joints to be more used to it. All right, moving into that second leg. Great work. All right, you got this. Last 30 seconds for this exercise. Last 30 seconds is always the hardest, but I know you can do it. Excellent job. Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. About 10 more seconds. We're almost there. You got this. Keep working, keep working, keep working, keep working. Nice job. All right, about a 40-second break. All right. Next exercise we have coming up, we're going to do a body weight TRX row. So with the TRX row, it is easy to just tie a knot in a sheet and loop that knot up and over a closed door frame, okay? These straps are pretty affordable. You can get a nice pair that also loops up over your door frame so you have a natural anchor point in your home, or something you can bring to a gym easily in a gym bag. That's it, way to work. Here we go, about 10 more seconds. Lots of upper body exercises today. You're probably feeling the burn, it's a good thing. Upper body strength is key. All right, about 15 seconds, folks. Keep it up. Remember, you want to use that rest period wisely. If you're really feeling the burn, shake it out. Try to stretch those forearms, stretch those arms. Use it for some mobility. Active rest is the key. Here we go. Second round. Doing those rows. That's it. Great work. Notice how you keep the whole body straight. The elbows are down close to the sides, maybe about 45 degrees from your ribs. So they're not all the way touching your ribs. They're definitely not out to the side either. You want to keep those elbows down below shoulder height, keeping that body straight in line. All right. Next exercise coming up. We have a suitcase carry. So that same dumbbell that you used yesterday, you really only need one dumbbell to start this program out. So you're gonna hold the dumbbell in one hand, okay, with great posture. So you're keeping the shoulders back in their pockets, okay, the arms down, hanging by the side like you're carrying a heavy suitcase to the airport. If you can, try to keep the dumbbell out away from your hip, okay? So you're just gonna march in place, trying to keep that balance. All right, the less you sway side to side, the better. If you can bring the knee all the way up to the waist, great. If not, just removing one base of support and forcing yourself to stand on one leg at a time is going to be equally as effective. Okay, this is that functional strength right here. We carry things around with us all the time, so getting better at it helps you be a more functional human being. And now we're going to switch sides, short break. And now it is go time. Marching those legs, there you go. Try to march as high as you can. Remember, maintaining that balance. Great posture with the upper body, keeping the arms and the shoulders back in their pocket. If possible, keeping the dumbbell out away from your hip. Makes it more challenging on that shoulder. All right, great job, folks. Short break, about 30 seconds. Got one more round here after a 30-second break. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go time. Here we go. That's it. High knee march. This is also an excellent aerobic activity. Can definitely get that heart rate up. That's it. Here we go. Way to work, folks. Keep it up, keep it up. Okay, now we're gonna switch arms. Made it all the way 30 seconds in. There you go. Keep that posture nice and tall. Remember, belly button drawn in is an excellent cue to help keep those innermost muscles of the torso firing the right way. Marching in place, trying to keep the shoulder drawn back in its pocket. Way to go, there we go. Less than 10 seconds. Great job, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Very good, all right. You got a 40-second break. So grab some water. Remember, you can stretch it out. Take a breather, trying to actively lower that heart rate. Slow, controlled breathing if you feel like it's up too high. Here's a quick fun fact. Even a heart rate of about 150 is still not that terribly high. If you're much over the age of 50 or 60, then it might be getting up there. But for the rest of us, not that high. All right, next exercise, single leg glute bridge, okay? We're showing you an isometric here. You can also do this for repetitions. To make it more challenging, you can even put your shoulders on an elevated surface like a chair, a bed, or a couch and get a little bit more range of motion out of it. Okay? So hold this position, just make sure that you're keeping the hips square with the floor, not letting the floating side of the hip sag down. So everything's nice and square. You're deliberately squeezing your glute muscle, as you're pushing through the heel part of your shoe. Okay, try to draw the belly button in on this exercise too. It's very important you're not overextending the ribs and the spine. Try to keep everything neutrally aligned. Great job. All right, very good. Okay, 30 seconds. We can go round number 2 of this one. We're almost there, folks. Got a few more things to do. All right, using that rest time wisely. Make sure you're hydrating, feeling great, breathing. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go time. Nice work. Very good, very good, very good. Keep holding it, keep holding it, keep holding it. Nice job. Always pushing to the heel part of that shoe. Squeezing the glute deliberately, trying to keep those hips square with the floor. 1 and switch. So very short pause. Getting in position and pushing up. Last 30 seconds here. These isometrics should feel great, getting that blood flow to those legs that might be a little bit sore from what we did yesterday on A day. So help everything recover a little bit more quickly so you're ready for tomorrow. Less than 10 seconds. Keep it up, folks. That's it. Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. And time. Nice job. All right. 40-second break. Just have 2 more exercises. 2 more exercises. So a couple more minutes left to go. All right, folks, so our next exercise is that prone plank. So just like we did in the A-Day warm-up yesterday, we're going to do it for a few more holds for about the same amount of time as we did yesterday. So we did 30 seconds. We'll be doing the same today. All right, folks, here we go. So the prone planks. Excellent job. So remember the principles from yesterday. So trying to create a straight-ish line. It's okay for your butt to be up just a little bit. You're pressing your elbows and your shoulders strong into the floor, drawing that belly button in, squeezing those glute muscles, okay? Make sure you're still able to breathe the ribs down. All right, 2, 1, and time. Nice job. Okay. All right, less than 30 seconds. 1 more round of the planks. And we're moving on to the last exercise. All right, here we go. About 10 seconds. Get yourself ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, way to work. Really good job, okay. So you're pushing those. Remember, you can make it even more effective by pressing your fists and squeezing them as you push into the turf. It kind of gets even more muscle activated as you're holding that strong position. Remember, you can shorten the plank, right, by just putting your knees on the floor. It's okay. You can also make it less challenging by elevating yourself. All right. That is it for the plank, folks. Okay, last exercise coming up. Okay, so we're going to do what we call prone IYT. Okay, it's a shoulder stability exercise. Also gets part of your lower back as it's supporting the torso. Okay, so you're basically going to hold 3 different positions with your shoulders, kind of similar to the swimmer that we did yesterday. So first we're going to hold the arms overhead in a capital I position. Trying to keep the torso neutrally aligned, raising the arms up and down. Okay, then you're going to switch to a Y, like the YMCA. Lift up off the floor and then bring them down to a T. like a capital T, okay? So just alternating I-Y-T, I-Y-T, I-Y-T. Nice job. There you go. Oh yeah. Great work. Nice job, folks. Okay, last 30 seconds. Here we go. This is it. Great job, friends. All right. About 15 seconds. Have a little present for you here at the end, if you're brave enough. All right, here we go. Last one. IYT. There we go. Great work. Nice job. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Way to work. Remember, the key point is drawing your shoulders down away from the ears. That's it. Good. Nice job. Okay. That is it for the resistance training. Okay, so to finish the day out, optional challenge. You get to pick any cardiovascular movement that you want, and you're gonna do it for 5 rounds, going as hard as you can for a minute, and then resting for a minute, okay? So it'll take you just under 10 minutes, 5 rounds, minute on, minute off, okay? You can do jumping jacks, you can jog in place, you can do burpees, you can go out on your sidewalk and jog up and down or run up and down in front of your house. If you have a bike or you have a treadmill, you can use that, whatever you want. Just make sure it's intense and you're working as hard as you can for a full minute and then resting for a short period of time, okay? So just follow along with the timer and get after it. This will be a great finisher for today, okay? We'll see you tomorrow for C-Day. Great job, guys.